sorry. There you go, Senator. You. Let's give it over.
Thank you. All right, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Well, I really thought that I was coming to teach class to maybe a group of people. I like this. I'm thinking just a few, work, daycare work. So I'm going to teach to everybody today. All right, first of all, my name is Tabitha Irvin. I'm an assistant principal at Elijah and Peace in Dallas, Texas. I actually live here in Tyler. I just live in Dallas during the week, and I come home on the weekends. So what I want to talk about, not creativity in the classroom, but creativity in the home. Now, since I have a group, so I just changed it, Mr. Reese. I hope you don't mind, but I changed it and made my own title, okay? Creativity, well, not so much in the home, but in the home, and creativity at the house, okay? What we find out in education is that many of our students cannot read. Many of our students are not readers. And it starts at home. And I understand we have working families, single parent families and all of that. But it only takes 5, 6, 7, 10 minutes, maybe at the most, to sit down with your child to assist them. Right now, the school where I am, it's off of Ledbetter. It's off about Sweet Georgia Brown. So I'm just going to say it like this. I am in the hood. It's projects all around, okay? And so I understand, but we cannot make excuses about what we can and what we cannot do. And a lot of times, that's what we see with the kids that come to our schools. So I'm going to make it real brief, real quick. I worked here in Tyler. I worked in Chapel. I had many jobs, because when I get bored, I just say, okay, I'm going to find something else to do. But that's what I do now. I may have been let go sometimes too, because my mouth, that's all right. It's all good. But the thing is, I'm passionate about children. And when I say about children, don't play with me about anybody's kid. Because I look at it as though if that child were mine. I want the exact same thing for my child. And I have teachers on my campus that a lot of times I will tell them, I wouldn't want Jackson Ryder in your classroom. I wouldn't want Jackson Ryder sitting in your classroom. And I don't mean to be ugly, rude, mean, because many a times our teachers that we now have, they just come in because it's a job, not there to educate our children. So when we start with daycare, home is first, then some students go to daycare, some kids will go to daycare, not all. This year I was over attendance. When I tell you that I guess parents don't believe that when a kid is in kindergarten, they're not supposed to come to school with pre-K. It's optional. It's not optional. When you enroll your child has to come to school each and every day like everyone else. But we have to plant that seed in the minds of the parents. The minds of the parents, so that they will know. So I know many of you out here are parents, grandparents, and I'm pretty sure your kids may be older. Grandparents, aunts, uncles, and all of the other good stuff. Now I have one that's 14, so I was a senior citizen when I had 9. That's all good, okay? But he's going to high school, so I try, even on my job, I have a lot to do. His dad and I, we try to do what we possibly can to help him and continue, because he's our child. And like I tell him, I can't come to school and take care of somebody else's kid and I don't take care of my own. So the thing is, I just have a few activities that I just want everybody to, we can't make them, and I really hate that, but that's okay. You can make them when you get home. I give you some construction papers, some seals, and all that, okay? And then you can make them when you get to the house. So the first activity that I have, we know that the foundation is the most important, because when you build a home, what's the first thing that they do? They lay that foundation. So we got to lay the foundation at home, right? Then go over to the daycare. So I'm still a teacher at heart, even though I'm a principal. You see my little ice cream cone? You may not be able to see my ice cream cone, but this is just a little matching game. And with the matching game, a lot of students can't identify their alphabet or the alphabet because they haven't been exposed. So it is the teacher's responsibility to do what he or she needs to when they come to the school, but it's also the parent's responsibility while they're at home. I know everyone cannot afford daycare, and you may have to go to Mama Lou's house, you may have to go to Aunt Lois' house, and Baby house, so they may have to keep the kids. And it's okay. But if you have some activities for Ray, Baby, KK, and all of them, that's good as well. So this activity is just where I made an ice cream cone with the capital letters at the bottom. Something as simple as this, recognition of your letters. Then at the top, the ice cream is the letter that matches in lowercase. Something just this simple. You don't have to make an ice cream cone. Just something for letter identification for the students. That's all we're asking. Because when you go to the nursing home, or I go to the nursing home, I want Ray, KK, and Baby to be able to give you my insulin shot and know exactly how much you're supposed to give me and don't give you too much. And then to be able to read that it's insulin that you're supposed to give me and not that, I don't know what else comes in there. Well, my high blood pressure medicine, not mine, but I'm just saying, I don't want them to mix up the high blood pressure medicine with the insulin. I want them to make sure that they're able to read. So my key point is reading. Expose the kids to reading. Identifying letters. Make it fun. And like I said, 5 minutes, I'm not going to even say a day because we may not have that much time. Even if you do maybe 2 days a week. Something for the kids, because as I said, where I am right now, I noticed that many of our students, they're not coming with letter recognitions. They don't know how to write their names. They don't even know how to hold pencils. So that's why I'm saying, if you could just assist, and I know everybody don't want you in their business and don't want to hear what you got to say. I get it all the time. They cussing me out left and right, and I just said, yes ma'am, no sir. You know, because I can't let my feelings, what did you just say? Can let your feelings get into it? Because you know, I might have some words too. But then they're going to send me home. They're going to send me home and I need my job. So what I'm saying is just try to educate the children while you have them at home. I have one more and I'm finished. This is for numbers, for counting. This is called Feed the Frog Monster. You don't have to make this. You don't have to make this. You don't even have to use a frog. I just had it because I took it from school. Okay? That's the only reason why I have frogs. But you can use beans. You can use what else you have at home, maybe that you can use. Oh, you can't use rice. Rice too little, but I'm just saying something for the kids to be able to count. Make it interesting and make it fun. So when the kids are able to go to kindergarten or pre-K, that they are excited about going. They're excited about learning. Okay? So this is Feed the Frog Monster. So you see these little frogs I have right here? All the kids are going to do, they're just going to open their bag, and the kids can make their own bags. And all they're going to do is take the frog, put the frog inside. 1, 2, 3, 4. Counting. Just something simple for the kids, okay? Before I end, this is one thing I want to say, and I try to say it in a very nice way, and try not to be politically incorrect or whatever, but this is the thing that I see. Right now, education is not a priority with a lot of African Americans. It is not a priority because I know they're trying to survive. I do understand that. But if you are around any children, families, or anybody that you can help, please remind them of how important education is. Everybody doesn't have to go to college. What are we here for today? For, your own business, entrepreneurship, or whatever? Everybody doesn't have to go to college. It's their choice. And let's try not to force them, but the main thing that we need to make sure that our kids are able to do, they must be able to read. They must be able to read. We have kids on our campuses that are in 5th grade that they may be reading on kindergarten or 1st grade level. And somehow the system, it's the school system sometimes as well, it's not always the parents. I will say that this is my 28th, will be going into my 29th year of education. I started my first job teaching at Stewart Middle School here. That's where I attended middle school, and I love it. I love it. But we just must take the time out to embrace our students, our kids, our families, and be able to move forward to make sure that we have something, something that's instilled within them that they understand. I know it's a PlayStation 5, probably a 6, 7, maybe 19 that's coming out. But let's try to make sure that they are able to read. So before I leave, y'all gotta get this. Y'all gotta get it to me, okay? I do this at the school. Let me see who I'm gonna use. I guess I'll just say 3 in 1 Trinity. All right, I need everybody to participate. All right, 3 in 1 Trinity. Trinity services. Can I get an oh yeah? Can I get an oh yeah? All right, thank you so much.
Let's give it up for Mrs. Tabitha. I love her energy, y'all. We need people like that in the classroom. Would you agree? And who has keys in here? Keys to show hands. So what she said is very important that you want to make sure that your children can read. And I know back in the day, we said who's on fire. Does anybody remember that? And so sometimes you got to break out those simple things, and it doesn't mean that your kid is slow or remedial. You just want to make sure that they prosper in all ways, and we don't want to keep them limited, but let them know that there are no limits. So again, let's give it up for Mrs. Tabitha. I wish I had her as a teacher. I probably would be a little bit better. So thank you, Mrs. Tabitha, for what you do, okay? So let's give it up. We're getting ready to prepare for our next guest speaker. Her name is Mrs. Lakeisha Price. Our journey to the heart, and she'll be teaching the entrepreneur testimonial and classroom management. So as she comes, come on up here, your plaid pants. I'm looking at everybody up here today. I love these plaid pants. Yes, come on up here. That's okay, but you still look good. So let's give it up for Mrs. Price.
How y'all doing today? I want to be loud because I am loud. But let me see a show of hands of the ones that's trying to start a business. Okay. So, to give you a little bit about my journey, when I first started daycare, I just had a vision. My boyfriend at the time, which is now my husband, he was just what I always looked for in a man. I was like, you're a boss. I need to, be like you. And he was like, you can do whatever you want to do. I started in daycare when I was 16. And I started at Miles Chapel, and, I really enjoy children. So I was like, okay, worked in daycare. I got fired a couple of times because of my mouth, things that I didn't like. But when I moved to Dallas, I worked in like 3 daycares, and I knew I couldn't start a daycare in Dallas because it was so many. So just daycare on each corner. So I was like, I'm just gonna go to college and see what I could do. So I told my mom, and sometimes we tend to tell people your vision. Whether it's family, whether it's a friend, you're gonna tell them, okay, hey, I want to do this, I want to do this. The first, and my mom's funny guy. So the first thing she said, I'm 27, she was like, you want to do what? And I was like, start a daycare. She was like, so you're not gonna have no kids? And I was like, what they got to do with it? Because starting a business, I'm 27. Before back in the day, I always said you gotta have kids before you're 30 or 35. So that's what they tend to say. And I was like, well, I'm still gonna do it. So I'm saying that to say, sometimes people can stop their vision. It could have stopped me right there, but God gave me that vision. So I was gonna fulfill that vision. Whether she said, hey, not saying that she was negative, but of course your parents gonna have an opinion. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna jump out there and do it. I only had $1,000. That's it. That's all. You can start a business with $1,000. If you start a daycare, you need a fence, you need toys, you need all this stuff. That's all I had, but I made it work. So started May 2005, got pregnant in August. I was like, she just but I still made it work. Sick every day. This is my daughter. She's 17. But I was sick every day. But I would get sick between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. because I knew those kids was coming and they needed breakfast. Breakfast was served from 8 to 9. So I'm rocking in the chair, sick. But I got up, made them breakfast, and still continued to do circle time, do activities with them. And it's just, as I was in that business, I was just bold, put a sign in the front yard, knowing I couldn't do that. But I did it anyway. People called in on it, that was fine. I still put it up. They called the fire department on me, all different type of stuff. But I outgrew that daycare 2 years. Found another daycare around the corner on Bearwood. Started that. I outgrew that 3 times. I got a portable building, and I was continuing to grow. But God never allowed me to struggle. Never allowed, a little bit. Once I started to jump outside of the box, came to Mount Calvary, and I knew I could do 2 daycares. It was impossible because you had a daycare full of preschoolers, and then this was just a vision for after schoolers, $20 a week. How am I going to make that work? So, make a long story short, in 2018, I closed my for-profit and opened up a nonprofit. But my for-profit funded my nonprofit. Because I knew if I did a nonprofit, I'm not going to get money right at the top. So that's how I was thinking. Okay, well, Keisha's can fund journeys, but I got to close Keisha's. And that's when it got dark. God already told me you're going to go through trouble. You're going to go through it. I went through it, but it was dark. I thought maybe 3 months, 6 months. It was dark for a whole year. Nobody ever knew. And he was sending people to me to help. And I was still helping them, but still struggling in the midst of it. So I want to say to any and everybody that's trying to start your business, it's hard. It's very hard. And I call it a pit. I'm going through a pit right now. I go through a pit every day. I struggle every day. I may not look like it, but I struggle. Some of the stuff don't even have anything to do with me. It other people's problems that I have to fix. But sometimes it's a burden. But I'm strong enough to do what God has put me in a place to do. This baby right here, I went to school for fashion design, and that's what she's doing now. So she's getting her own business with clothes, and that's something she wants to do. I also just started a travel bus company. I have 2 travel buses, so I get bored really quick. What's next? I'm just not going to stop here because it's more for me to do while I'm here. But God has blessed me so much to where I can bless my parents. I have 2 right now. Adriana, stand up. Bianca, stand up. Bianca is right there. That's Adriana. Bianca is one of my parents. She started back when I had Keisha's. And I'm so proud of you because they also tell me all the time, you're my inspiration. And I'm very thankful for that because it is all about the kids, but I gotta make sure those parents are good as well so that they can continue to take care of their kids. Tabitha, where you at? That's my cousin right there, y'all. She has been with me from day one. Day one. I call her every day. I know she calling me, but that's why I'm gonna keep calling her. But just her support, the way she, I can just talk to her. A lot of people can't do that. But I know it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to stay right there. So get the people in your circle that's going to love on you, that's going to support you, and that's not going to talk down on you when you're not around. Those are the people that you need in your life. Thank you.
Come on, y'all. We can do better than Mr. Keisha. You hear Tyler, right, Mr. Keisha? Yes. So yeah. Oh, this is your building. Y'all, this is her building. Let's give it up. We stand in her building. And you know what, Mr. Keisha, while you was talking, I see you expanded in so many other areas and locations. And so I speak that over you now. Can we start? Listen, I know some church folks in here. Can we believe for Miss Lakeisha that there's an expansion on her life? That she'll be not just in Tyler, Texas, but in Dallas, but in Houston and all these other areas. I can see you doing so much. So thank you for what you're doing for this community, and thank you for allowing us to use your facility. All right, so thank you, Ms. Lakeisha. Next, we have our other speaker, Mrs. Tracy Detty Tilly. She's in the building. Come on up here, and she works at Glenwood Primary University in Profound Pillars and Project Outreach. I love her spirit. Let's give her Ms. Tracy.
Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to be here, and I'm so elated to be partnered with 3-in-1 Trinity Services. I just want to give you a little background of my experience as an entrepreneur. I have been an entrepreneur for about 23 years, a little more, a little less. I started out as a new mother, newly married, no college degree, didn't graduate high school, had some college. My vision was to have a degree in business administration. Also, I wanted to be a pharmacist, so I was a chemistry major. But here come these babies. And all of that was put on the back burner. By the age of 25, I had a 3-year-old, a 1-year-old, and a newborn. So I couldn't work. It was just too much. I tried to put the children in childcare, and at that time, I was making a little bit of money, a little bit of money on the side, maybe about, I'm gonna say about $900 a month. And tried to put the kids in childcare. Y'all, my bill was $750 a week. Left me with just a little bit. I couldn't hardly pay a bill. I couldn't hardly contribute to the household because I didn't have enough to eat, little things, I wanted to go somewhere, buy a little dress or something, some stockings, I had to ask my husband, can you give me some money so I can go to Walmart, buy me a little something, just something made me feel like a lady, made me look cute, look good. Well, did not have that. We were struggling. I begged my husband, would you please give me $600 so I can take a class at RTBC, I'm not sure if it's still here, Tyler Junior College Annex. Please give me $600 so I can take their child care course, child care credential course. And he's like, okay, so what are you gonna do with the $600? I'm gonna take this course because at that time it was fight or flight. I had to do something. I'm gonna take this course and I'm going to learn, and because I want to open my own center. If I'm paying $750 a month for one family, just think about all the families that are in that child care facility. I started adding it up. They're making some money. Yes, they're working, but they're making some money. I took that class, $600. Within a couple of weeks, I would go around, I would ask different people that were in the industry, could they help me, could they mentor me, show me what to do with childcare, how to open a childcare center, what does it take, who do I talk to, what area should I be looking in for a location? Y'all know who helped me. They were keeping all the information to themselves as if I was their competition. And I vowed at that moment, once I open this child care center, it will be my duty to help someone who wants to go to child care and have a business of their own. And so that's what I do. Long story short, I opened my first center. It was in Tyler on 6th Street. My capacity was 12 children. 12. I begged my husband again, if you would please let me take the $2,000 that we have in our savings account, and y'all, that's all we pay. You will please let me take that money and open a daycare. I promise you, I will put that money back in that account. He agreed, thank God he did. I opened that childcare center and replaced that money within 2 weeks. 2 weeks. So for you, your vision, your experience may be much different from mine, but it is the same. You must have a vision. My vision was by way of I was broke. We were broke. We had these 3 children that we had to take care of. Matter of fact, this is my oldest here on the corner, Jackson. I had to be an example for them because God entrusted me to be their mother. And I had to take care of them. So with that being said, I had a bigger vision. Seems like once I started that one daycare, stuff just started coming. Okay, I can do this. Okay, now I can do this. I can do this. So what I did, I was able to purchase, God blessed me to purchase, Bridging the Gap, which is on the corner of Glenwood and Garden Valley. We purchased that facility back in 2005, and so we've been there from 2005 and still there at present. Now I changed it to Glenwood Primary University. That facility has been a blessing to me because it was at that facility where I had a child to ask me, Miss Tracy, did you go to college? And I said, yes, babe, I went to college. But guess what? That was something in me, a part of my, there was a part of me that I did not fulfill. I wanted to get my degree, but I didn't have time to get my degree because now I'm working. That child spoke life back into me. So I went back to college based on the little child asking me, did I go to college? Yes, I did. I did not finish. Yes, I did go back, received the 2 degrees, a bachelor's and a master's degree. And right now, looking to go into my doctorate. So, I said that to say this, when you're in business, you're going to continue to evolve. You're going to continue to think of ideas. You're going to continue to want to do exactly those things that you always dreamed about doing. That has been a passion of mine. I am right now back out from my new business partner here, Ms. Vicky Renfro. I had a vision, presented it to Vicky in November of 2022. And that vision has become a reality. We will open another facility here in Tyler on the Loop next week. Thank you. First, I want to thank Vicky, number one, for listening to me. And one thing Keisha said, a lot of people will kind of damper your vision. Some will take hold to your vision. And I'm so glad and so blessed that you allow me to share that with you. And now we are getting ready to see that vision come to reality. One thing I also want to say to those who are in business, make sure you give no less than 100%. I am the janitor. You know what, Keisha, huh? I'm the janitor, I'm the teacher, I'm the director, I'm the AC fixer, I'm the trash person, I'm the cook, I'm the everything in my business. Okay? I'll get in there with the teacher. I'll change it out. Yes, I will, because this is my business. You know, I don't mind working. Vicky knows we had construction going on several months ago. I was in there looking a mess, hot, sweaty, but I'm getting a hammer. Boots on the ground, as my aunt says. I am, when you're in business, take your business seriously. You get in there and do it. You know, make sure that your blood, sweat, and tears or even within your business. Be creative. There's a lot of things that we can do within our business to be creative. Okay? Right now, although I am in childcare, I make my childcare work for me in several different ways. Okay? When I say that, I'm speaking on behalf of, I have different streams of income in that one child business. How is that possible? I feel like I'm an expertise now in childcare. Now, I'm gonna make money on childcare. I'm gonna make money with trainings, because now I'm gonna train. I'm gonna make money with consulting. So I can tell you how to fix up your childcare center. I can tell you how to set up your rooms. I can show you how to do things on a budget. I can do all of those things. Why not expand the business that you're in? Think of different ways to make additional streams of income within that one business. Today I brought, just to show you, how you can take something and make something that's, take nothing and make it something. How about that? You don't have to spend a lot of money. You just make it work. So up here, it looks like I have a bunch of junk. I have a container. I have a little tote. I have a blanket. I have a crate that came from Morton Milk Company. And I have a ball that came from Walmart. Let me show you what I'm gonna do with this. I have some books. 3 books. We're gonna make this into a reading bonus, okay? This blanket, we'll put this blanket on the inside of this bin. Put these books on the side. Now this is a reading book. This cost me $7. I can make money off of these, just showing people how to do this. Off of $7. And I may charge 100 plus. I can charge 100 plus an hour just to come to your center and show you how to do this. Off of $7. So you got to always be creative. We can get it. Do something different in your business. Very, very simple. You're gonna have a child to sit off in this bucket. This is their own space, their own little reading part. They're gonna sit here and they're gonna read a book. Here, we're going through a lot. We have a lot of children now with ADD, ADHD, some disabilities. This is their seat. This is where they're gonna sit down and do their classwork. So they're just not sitting, now they can bounce. They can't be still anyway. So let them bounce. So now they can bounce and read. So how creative is this? This crate was a donation for Morton Milk Company, free. This bottle was $2. So these are different things you can do. Childcare workers, how many childcare workers do we have here? Wonderful. I want to applaud you. Let's take a moment to applaud you, because it takes a special kind of person to deal with children, and definitely the children that we have that we're dealing with these days. It takes a special type of person to deal with that, and I do applaud you for that. Thank you so much for being here. Whatever I can do as a childcare owner, I am willing to help you in any way I can. Just call upon me. I don't mind coming. I don't mind driving down. I love you all, and I thank you all so much for having me here.
Thank you. Let's give it up again for Mrs. Tracy. Great information. And I want to get some nuggets in here. If anybody in here, tell me at least 3 people, what did you get from what she said? Because she said some wealth of knowledge. Go ahead.
Make sure you get no less than 100%.
Absolutely. Any business person in here, we got 24 hours in this day. You should at least be putting in 16. I'm gonna be honest. Sometimes you lose that sleep, so awesome. Go ahead. I heard that too. Anytime you can multiply, let's make it happen. And residual income, that's when it's constantly coming in. There's a constant flow. One more. Go ahead. You got to talk loud. Yes, when you get lost in your business, contact her. It should be the knowledge of wisdom. And one thing I like that you said, because when you do go to some people, they may not want to help you. But there are people who will help you. And sometimes it requires you to step out, which means you got to break that fear, go network, go call people, and there's people who will literally pour into you. Go ahead, you have something? Yes, invest in yourself and continue education. So thank you again, Mrs. Tracy, for your information. We're so glad to have you on board and here. Let's get ready for our next guest speaker. We have Mrs. Taniqua Stevens in the building, and she owns Taniqua Stevens Financial LLC. Miss Taniqua, you the Lord. Come on, hey, girl. Yes, I saw her come down the street. I see you, Magic. What size is it? My size? Okay, let's give it up, Mr. Leafwood. Hello, everyone. I just want to take a minute to say thank you to Ms. Doris and all of the coordinators of this amazing event. I'm just sitting here. This is the first time that my son has actually been to an event. But the very first time that Mr. Reese and her siblings invited me out, I was actually pregnant with him. And I was trying to stay up here sick as a dog, about to fall out, holding on to the table, so full circle. And I was a new business owner at that time, so they invited me to share. And I just want to let Mr. Reese know that I appreciate you for always keeping me connected. She helped me structure my business. She helped me with my nonprofit. Listen, she is the go-to. So if you're here working with her, I want to let you know that you are definitely in great hands. So that we're not complete strangers. I own a nonprofit, the Impact Legacy Foundation, and as the host mentioned, the name of my company is Stevens Financial. We are actually a full-service financial firm, so we help you with every area. I am a licensed realtor. I'm a loan originator in all 50 states. I can help you with business credit, personal credit, debt management. So I really have a passion for that. As I look around the room, there are so many people that look like me, and when I start to look at the statistics for home ownership, for wealth building, because a lot, if we look at statistically, most people build wealth through ownership. So right now, we're in the 30 and 40 percentile, so our goal is to help increase that rate of home ownership to 75%, and it takes a collaborative effort. So I just want to share a little bit about that vision and mission, and I'm going to talk a little bit about financial management and marketing today. But before I do, I want to address the monkey in the room. For many of us, we don't realize that the biggest killer of entrepreneurial mindset is what? Can anybody give me guess what they think that the biggest killer of entrepreneurial mindset is? Fear. Pride. Okay. Doubt. Okay, somebody is on my paper. Doubt. Bring back. So most people, maybe think it's fear, maybe think it's lack of resources, but it's actually doubt. It's doubt. It's your mindset. It's doubt in yourself. It's doubt in your ability to go out into the marketplace and be successful. It's doubt in maybe you didn't come from an upbringing that a lot of entrepreneurs, and this is something that's new. Maybe it's doubt because of the people that you're surrounded by. They want to protect you, so they tell you, hey, maybe this is not the best time. Have you really considered your options? Doubt causes us to lose and to self-sabotage far quicker than any external thing can, like cost or economy and all those things. So I just wanted to address that. As entrepreneurs, whether you're new or you're seasoned, having the right mindset is key because that's 90% of the battle. if you go into the marketplace and understand that you are here to serve and that what you offer the marketplace actually matters, it matters. Guess what? I don't care how saturated the market may be. There's nobody that's going to do it like you. There's nobody that's going to bring that pizzazz. Listen, I'm over here standing up here in feathers. Ain't nobody telling me nothing about my feathers. So we said self-doubt kills more dreams long before any external factors can. So I want to take a few minutes. I want you to repeat a couple of affirmations. This is something I had to do as a new business owner. I was young, I was a woman, I was an African American woman, and I didn't have a lot of people around me starting businesses or willing to mentor me or willing to give me what I needed to get started. So it was very lonely, and I almost closed my business because I didn't have that support that I needed. So when I heard affirmations, it's something about life and death in the power. It's in the power of the tongue. When you begin to speak life over what you're growing, you're going to see it flourish. For each and every business owner here, it's because you begin to speak life over your business. You got up, you went and purchased your merchandise, you got your marketing, you came out here, you connected, and you're out here speaking life over your business because what you do matters. So I want you to repeat after me. We got about 6 or 7 of them. I am enough.
I am enough.
What I bring to the marketplace,
What I bring to the marketplace
makes a difference.
makes a difference.
I belong.
I belong.
All I need to be successful
All I need to be successful
is already in me.
is already in me.
This is my time.
This is my time.
This is my season.
This is my season.
My dreams matter.
My dreams matter.
This is my breakout year. I will write the vision
I will write the vision
and execute
and execute
now. If you're waiting for a good moment, now is that moment. If you're waiting for all your ducks to be aligned, it's not going to happen. You're sitting in this room because you have a vision. God put something on the inside of you. It was a fire because most people have visions and dreams and they do nothing with it. But because you're here today, that means you took it a little bit further. So continue to write that vision and execute. So I am not going to delay. I'm going to share just a couple of tips because I'm going to be mindful of the time. And I'm going to talk about marketing. When I began to actually walk in my own lane and create my own lane and not look at everybody else. You can take ideas from other people, but be who you are. Guess what? People recognize me. They know, oh, that's the girl. We want to see what she's gonna have on next. So I created a brand. So I want to talk about branding yourself matters. When you're talking about marketing, everybody is not your client. And that's just the honest truth. Everybody is not your client. You may can sell to everybody, but everybody is not your client. Some things that you want to consider. Who is your target audience? Based on whether you're selling a product or a service, who's your target market? Who does your products and services solve a problem for? As an entrepreneur, you have to become a master problem solver. That's what you do. Guess what? You want if you back down, coming back there from my brown sugar cookie too. Don't think I forgot about you. And if you're a baker, guess what? You solve a problem. You want to be the best baker on the street. You know that somebody wants something good. They want moist. They don't want no crackling icing on the cake that tastes like chalk. You want to work. You solving a problem. How many times you get cakes? They look pretty, but they don't taste good. So you solving a problem. There's a market for you. So I see you back there, y'all over here with the shampoo and the hydrating and exfoliation over there. Guess what? He solves the market. Guess what? You can go into the supermarket right now and walk down the aisle and see so many, but there's nobody doing what he's doing. So you are a problem solver. Everybody is not your target market. Once you determine this, utilize these social platforms and create content for your niche market. There are so many free social media platforms that you can use. You may not have a big budget when you get started. Guess what? I figured I didn't have a whole lot of followers on Facebook. When I went on Facebook, I kind of looked to be nosy. But then when I realized that I could use Facebook to brand myself and reach thousands and hundreds of thousands of people at one time, I started to go and use Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and LinkedIn, all of these free services, social media services that you can use to expose your business. guess what? If you're not constantly exposing your business is closed. As an entrepreneur, if you decide today, I'm taking today off, I'm frustrated today, your business is closed. And you have to show up for yourself every day. And part of that is your mindset and those affirmations. When I get tired, guess what? I got a 3-year-old and he wearing me out. We was up until 3 or 4 o'clock this morning, and then we had to drive 2 hours to get here this morning. So you gotta come with energy, because there's still an expectation for you to show up for yourself, because guess what? Nobody else is going to show up for you. Marketing budget. You may not have a large budget, but there are things that you can create to start being able to brand yourself. Canva. I didn't know anything about Canva, but now I'm a Canva pro. I went in that Canva, you need a flyer, what you need? You need your face on, you need to remove the background, you need to put your logo in the back, and then what you need? You got brand colors. Let me tell you, YouTube University, free. Invest the time to learn about how you can separate yourself from your competitors. How you can brand yourself in the market and become an expert at what you do. If it's something that you love and you see yourself, it's going to be a difference between having something that's a hobby and something that's a business. If it's a hobby, then you do it when you want. You sell a couple things here and there. But if you're trying to look to build a sustainable business, it's going to take you starting to learn to utilize tools that help you get into the marketplace and become a household name. Now, when people think about financial services, they say, "Oh, I get so many referrals. Oh, I thought about you. Somebody needed a house. I thought about you. Somebody is looking for a mortgage. I thought about you. Somebody needs help there. I thought about you." That's what you want to be. You want to be the person that when they speak of your niche, that they think of your name. So, just a couple of tools that you can use if you're not already using. Canva, Calendly. Fill up your calendars. Don't get to the place where you're money hungry. We know we open a business because we want to make money, but people can feel that when that's your only motivation. They can feel when you don't care. Listen, I ain't got no hair in my head, but here, get this shampoo right here. This shampoo going lather. What am I lathering? What exactly would I be lathering? But you try to make a sale and you're not worried. Connect with the people that you're selling, because your countenance, your integrity is why people are going to keep coming back to you and going to refer people to you. Professional looking social media. Don't be on your social media platform in your bathing suit. Don't be out there in it's not the place for. If you're trying to grow and you're going to use that, because you can have your personal page and you can create a business page and you can keep those things separate. But you want to be mindful. If I was coming to shop with me, what would my page say about me? What would my branding say about me? What would my marketing say about me? Would I be somebody that I would do business with? And if today you said, I probably wouldn't, then it's okay. Go back to the drawing board and get with somebody. If you need to get with me, we can work together. I have a passion for this because I started out and I didn't have that help, so it took me a little bit longer. So what I can teach you in 30 days, that took me 3 years to learn, we can close that learning gap. And that's the thing. We can help empower one another. And this is what I believe this vision is for this conference, is to be able to give you the tools to go out into the marketplace. Because Mr. Research Assistants could have very well, they have their stuff. They could have very well said, okay, we're good. We're going to keep growing our businesses. But they took the time to see new business owners, see people trying to come up in the ranks and try to close that learning curve for you. And then really quickly, I'm just going to touch on financial management. This is so big. I don't care if you're making 6 figures or you're making $6. If you don't have financial management, you're going to still be broke. And that's just the truth of it. If you're spending everything that you have coming in as quickly as you have it coming in, it's not going to be sustainable. I want you to repeat after me. My credit matters. My credit matters. I meet so many people that don't realize that your credit dictates so much of what you can and cannot do. It is your adult report card. You know, when your kids get that report card and they know it's bad, they kind of tuck it and roll it and put it in the back of the book bag and throw it down so that you don't see it. You can't just pretend like it doesn't exist. And life happens to all of us. but it's about positioning yourself to do better, to fix those areas. Because when you think about, if you gotta go get lights, they're gonna run your credit. If you need to get a car, they're gonna run your credit. If you wanna if you wanna get a facility, they're gonna run your credit. Because even if you have business credit, when you first start out, you're the guarantor. So they're going to look at your personal credit to see, because they want to see what kind of borrower you are. They want to see, if I give you $100,000, if I give you $500,000, I expect a return on my investment. And if you ain't paying Con Edison, you haven't paid for that furniture, they don't repossess your car, I don't think that it's going to be a good investment of my money. So don't think it's a personal attack on you, but if it's an issue, you can fix it. Today is the day. If you are looking to have a sustainable business, that is something that you're going to want to consider working on, and separating your personal finances from your business finances to prepare for longevity. If you're just getting started in business, congratulations. But things that you're going to want to consider, you're going to want to begin to structure your business. You're going to want to decide whether you're going to be an LLC, whether you're going to be an S corp. You're going to want to go ahead and file with your state. You're going to want to go ahead and get your business telephone number. They want you to have a business telephone number. They want you to have a business email. They don't want you to use Gmail, Hotmail. When you're starting to go before banks and get loans, they want to see professional things. This is something to consider. You want to have a business address. And if you don't have a physical location, you can have a virtual address. So you want to start separating these things so that when you start building business credit, when you start going for those grants and those things, this is important. You don't want to wait till you get a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 down the business. And now, even with your bank account, they're going to be looking for those same things. When I went to go over my business bank account, they wanted to see that business telephone number. They wanted to see that virtual address. They want to see that email. They want to see my filing with the state. Everything had to match. So when you go before, you have to be prepared. It's not that so much that everybody wants to keep us out of the door, but now that we're getting the information, it's not enough to get the information. We have to do the application of that information. You have the ability to be whatever you want to be if you decide to. It's a decision. It's a mindset. Just one last thing that I want to share with you guys. Business owners. You may have never heard of this. Key person insurance. I do life insurance too. You may want to have, especially if you grow your business and you want longevity, you may want to leave this to your children. Things happen in life. If you are a sole proprietor, you're an entrepreneur, you're the only one. She said you're a janitor, you teacher, you cook the food, you make the food, you package the food, you make the design, you do the brand, you're everything for your business. So you may want to have insurance that if something happens to you, if a disability occurs, you don't lose your livelihood. That's something that you want to consider. And I just want to leave those couple of tidbits because I can go on and on. But I just want to congratulate you for making the assertive decision to bet on yourself, because it's a bet on yourself. Why not? We bet on everything else in life. We support everybody else. Why not support yourself? It doesn't matter if anybody comes with you. Be your own cheerleader. Girl, sometimes I gotta wake up and tell myself, girl, you doing a good job. You do that. I didn't make a penny that day. Girl, you doing such a good job because I showed up for myself. Because my business is still open. I didn't close my business. So some people decide, hey, in 30 days and 60 days and 1 year, it's an investment. It's an investment because you don't have highs and lows in businesses. But guess what? This is something that you can will to your children. This is something that you can leave in your trust, because you can't leave your job too, but you can leave your business. So thank you so much.
Come on, let's keep it up for Miss Stevens again. She gave us a lot of information. That being said, somebody gotta have some nuggets in here. So come on, let's raise those hands. What did you get? Now, Mrs. Daniel. But you're a great student. So come on, let's bet on yourself. Listen, if nobody else is gonna take a chance on you, you gotta be willing to do that for yourself. So I love it. Who else? Go ahead. Yes, get on Canva. And Canva's free. Canva's free to start off, and YouTube is free. And you can pay more for Canva and things like that. I saw a hand back there. That's out loud. Listen, I'm here for it. Don't doubt and trust God. Absolutely.
Yes, make sure you have life insurance. I used to be an agent as well, so it's very important that you got life insurance. And many people don't know this. That's why other races are actually leading in many financial areas because they know the power of life insurance. So get that, and it does not cost a lot. If anything happens, you know that your loved one is taken care of and your family is living this too. Okay? Go ahead, I need that number. My credit matters. Raise your hand if your credit 300 below. I'm just playing. Don't show us that. Listen, don't show me that. If you got 800 below, raise your hand. That's all right. Okay, speak it into existence. Y'all gotta work on that. Go ahead. Branding yourself matters. Listen, the way you look, the way you smell, the way you talk, all of that is included in your brand for your business. I saw you all the way in the back. You got a screen, girl. Watch what you post on social media. That's important. I done seen a lot of businesses, so I'm like, I ain't doing business with them. I don't know what they got going on. Okay, you get one more chance. That's it. Yes, separate business and personal, and it goes with that, what you post. Go ahead. Be professional at all times. People don't know. People are watching you. You don't think they're watching you. So your character, your integrity matters. In the white, go ahead. Absolutely. Not everybody is your target marketing. Some people are referrals. Okay? So it may not be for you, but hey, let me refer you to someone else. Okay? One more, and then we're moving on. Branding yourself is important. Go ahead. Show for yourself every day. So important. So thank you again, Ms. Stevens, for your information, and I will meet you outside to get your jacket at the building. Okay, that being said, listen, we had somebody's GMC. It's a red GMC ended in 4177. Your lights have been flashing since we started this event. It is a red GMC. So somebody here got a GMC. I'm just saying, I got a battery jumper that we can use later because you're going to need it if you don't get up and go check your car because the lights have been flashing, okay? So we're going to do something exciting. We're going to pull a raffle. So you should have a blue raffle ticket.